Hello, dorks. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Lucio. Hello, JM. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. It's a Monday. We're here on another Monday, and we're going to continue with Dwarf Fortress. What else do you need to know? I'm excited. I've been basically itching to continue with our fortress since the very end of last stream. I ended last stream with like motivation to go forward, and then had to stop because that's how time works. And I've been waiting to come back to it ever since. So I'm excited to be here. We're gonna keep working on our tower. Building time. We're building time. We're gonna work on our necromancer's tower. Obsidian go up. We're also gonna. I think the main thing that we're gonna, if not finish, then put a real big dent in today is our magma pump stack. We just barely started it. We have all of our spaces dug out. We've tapped into our magma. We've started making magma-proof components for the pumps themselves. And I think at the very, very end of the last stream, we designated like the first handful of levels of the pumps. So we need to continue making pump components, continue building the pumps. We need to figure out how we're going to power the dang thing. Gotta figure out how to power the dang thing. And then, yeah, we're at least going to have magma coming up to our production floor, so we can have magma forges. And then I want it to also continue higher up so that it can provide magma to our tower. For reasons. The tower itself is a longer term project. We're not going to complete it today, but I think we can make some real good progress. Our obsidian farm is going good. It's no longer lethal. So we can hopefully just crank out a lot of obsidian blocks, just get them built up. A lot of the very basic stuff of our fortress is dug out, so we can devote a good chunk of our labor to just stacking blocks. So that's going to be kind of what we do, and that's it. That's the main thing. I would love to get our tower into a state where it could accept our necromancer friend. I don't know if that's going to happen today, but I want to get that's the thing I'm going for the hardest. I think I want to get it to the point where we can plop Shem in there, whether she wants it or not, and then start building around her essentially. So yeah, that's on for today. Today's episode is brought to you by fire, and by viewers like you, and clicking on all those buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. The building's on fire. You should get out now. But chill here for a bit. I guess let the fire burn for about 3 hours or so, and then run. That's what you should do. And that's what we're here for. This should all work. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna get this all over here, and we're good. Look, check this out. We are here. I'm gonna go ahead and unpause. I'm trying to remember exactly what's going on right now. We are working on glass, so we have... What do we got? We got down here. So here's our obsidian farm, so it looks like this is ready to be reset even. We've already taken all this out. So we're working on that, and then over here we have our magma inputs. So we've closed this, right? So this is all nice and secure. And we are working on making green glass pump components here because that is magma safe. And then you can see we've already built a couple even. So here's our first pump. Our stack already needs 130 power, which I think means we've done 13 of these dang things. Look at all this. Look at all this. That is cruising right along. Okay, cool. They've already built all the ones I've designated. And now it's autumn. So that's cool. Oh, and we have a new friend. Oh, I almost forgot. We actually adopted a friend, didn't we? We have to check on her. Hopefully that all stuck. Let's go over here and then yeah, Gacket. No job. Just hanging out. Yeah, hanging out in the temple. Who got adopted? So a Gorlak just kind of wandered into the caves, and we like Gorlaks, so we have a Gorlak citizen now. We'll see if this isn't a terrible idea. She did put some pants on her head, as is Gorlak tradition. Here she's just hanging out in the tavern. I wonder if she'll actually get. She listened to story, so she's gonna do like citizen stuff. I don't know if she's gonna do like job stuff, though. I think we have. We clearly have some available labor here. So I think she might just not have a job to do. Oh yeah, and we're okay. We have like textile stuff to do as well. Okay, now we have food. We clearly have food, so that's cool. Food and booze. I even put like a cap on the meals. No, not that one. They moved all the buttons around. We're only good meals up to 300. We could export cooked meals. We could also just export like raw fish. But maybe having some meals is a good idea. Let's go up to like 500 meals. And then we're working on our blocks and stuff. We're working. Okay. Have an inn. We don't have serve meals locally. That's true. We do the Ponderous Honeys. It's our tavern name. We do have a tavern. I guess I haven't designated any rooms for rent. When I used Make Own from DF Hack on a Plump Helmet Man, they did everything a normal citizen was, but weren't listed as a pet. Yeah, I think that's... I don't know if I've ever done it with a Plump Helmet person. In theory, they should end up in the residence tab, right? If they can take jobs, they should be in the residence tab. I don't know if a Plump Helmet person would be a pet. But I don't know. I've never actually done it with a Plump Helmet person. They're another popular choice, right? I don't think we just haven't really seen any in this world, oddly enough. So we got plenty of obsidian blocks sitting here waiting for us to construct things. Mostly, I want to figure out what's our priority right now. We're doing pretty good here. You want a throne. Clan leader wants a throne. I think I have a recurring throne job in here for that. I guess let's take a look up here. We have our first floor, we have our second floor, we have our third floor. And that's basically where we're at. So I think I'm going to continue with this pattern of building and not really knowing the purpose of each individual floor. I mostly know that I want to have like a room in the middle of some function and then a path going around the outside. That's going to be for invaders coming down. So this is like invaders coming down this ramp, going around the outside and coming down this ramp, and then this is going to be like our barracks, our final defensive point. So I think I'm going to continue with that pattern. I think I want to put a ramp. So I want to go, so we're going around like this. Right, coming down, they're going counterclockwise. So I think I want the ramp to be over here. And they're gonna go, no, that's clockwise. I think I want the ramp up here. And they're gonna come down here. Yeah. So the ramp is gonna be here. I think that's how we're doing it. And then I'm gonna put a wall here. Because I'm not even gonna bother with that yet. I mostly just want a way up for the purposes of being able to continue build. Keep building. So I'm gonna do our little circle designation, though honestly, it matters so little. Now that we know what everything looks like. I'm just gonna manually designate, nope, okay, fine. I guess we have to wait for this to be made. There we go. Okay, now I can do it. So I'm gonna go up. I did this one. Because I did put a wall around this. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna do all sorts of fiddling later when it comes to the point of getting this ready for function. But right now we're just building the tower. You go away. And then I'm gonna do floor. Basically like this. And then that gets floored over. Like so. JM sub. Yay, resub. Sadly, I have to run to an appointment, but want to stick my head and say hi. Well, thanks. Thanks for coming by and saying hi. I do appreciate it. Good luck with the tower. Thank you. Good luck with your appointment. We are gonna be here for a minute. So yeah, hope to see you around. I'm gonna do our walls. I do want the walls to be pretty similar all the way around. Whoops. And that's all of our blocks so far. So we'll let them get to work on all of that. And then I think we want to go down and do another round of obsidian, which is going to be blah, blah, blah. Obsidian farm access. I'm going to pull that to seal it up. And then I'm going to activate the magma. So then this is going to close. In theory. Oh, we're down to a whole 90 frames. Kind of impressive. There we go. So now that is closed. Now we have magma coming in here. That might honestly be enough. This feels so dang fast. I'm gonna pull the magma. I'm gonna pull the water. I'm gonna pull the drain. And that's how it works. Three months in advance. I didn't even know you could do that. You subbed 3 months in advance, Jam. That's the first time I've seen that. That's really cool. Thank you, thank you. That's all fine. How's everyone's weekend? It's an investment? That's fair. I appreciate you. Could not find path. I have to imagine, oh, that's gonna be like building stuff on the surface, right? They're rearranging their jobs as they go around. I think that's fine. Ultimately, that is fine. Just be careful with all the corners, like the outside corners. Yeah, I think they're fine. Okay, clearly you have enough water in here. So I'm gonna pull the water one, and then we're gonna let this drain. My weekend was okay. Stayed up till 5 a.m. to watch Switzerland lose in the World Cup. Dang. 5 a.m. Dang. Yeah, I guess we are kind of on the other side of the planet, aren't we? I know, so I haven't really been following. I know, oh, Fisherbolt is fighting. Do you fall? This Fisherbolt has fallen. Uh-oh. Someone had an accident here. Crashed hard this weekend, slept through for most of it. That's fair. That's a good way to spend a weekend, though. Games tend to start like 8 p.m., 10 p.m., or 1 a.m. here. Wow. No job. Did you all get stuck? Are you all stuck now? You should be able to still get down. should still be able to leave here. Or are you just hanging out? You can, Oh, is it because you need... Okay. Did I do this wrong? How did I do it here? What is different here? Skipped all the 1 a.m., but Switzerland making quarterfinal was big. Yeah, we're up to quarterfinals, aren't we? We went out to a not soccer-related event over the weekend, but it was at a pub. So there were a bunch of people also just watching the game at the pub. And it was I think it was Norway and Belgium. Is that what it was? Oh, there were a lot of sounds. People had opinions. Norway, England, yeah. Or Belgium, France. I want to say it was a Norway game. That must have been what it was. Okay, so what have I done wrong here? I guess I didn't have a wall here. Maybe that's the problem. Do I need this to be back one? Maybe I need to do this. Let's do this. Oops. Gonna remove that. I'm gonna put the ramp. Could even put it like in the middle here. I'm gonna put the ramp here. And then put a wall here. See if that makes that better. So a video about giving Skyrim public transit. Now I want custom Skyrim map. Skyrim map for Railroad Tycoon type game. Oh dear. That would be fun. Oh, and of course now I have to remove you. But that is fine. Put a floor. Oh, now I'm out of obsidian. Of course, now no one can get up there to do that. How do I fix that? I screwed it all up, didn't I? I do like that better, though. So now they need to, like... Here. Gonna do a temporary thing that I'm gonna just do a stair like this. Do it out of wood. And that should fix it. And I am gonna move this one. I'm gonna put this ramp here. And then a wall here. And then remove this one. All that good. From what I can tell, lots of people went to England to beat Argentina, as their fans have been very racist, and they've had a lot of very weird ref calls in their favor. It's weird as most people hate England. I could see that for sure. Oh, and of course now you're stuck. Now you're just stuck. Remove that. Someone's gonna try it. Or no, I didn't mean to put this on this level. No, okay, this doesn't go on this level. I'm looking at the below level. Duh. Duh. So I want this here. I want ramp here. I'm gonna remove that. Put a wall here. Or me fiddling. This is gonna be a fiddly thing. But it's fine. We got this. Good weekend. It was a good weekend. I did enjoy. That's not quite how I intended that to work, but okay. I guess let's remove you. I've really screwed this up. You are stranded. You are stranded up here. How have I already screwed this up this bad? Canals and cart. Furrows over the Sea of Ghosts. Student visas commute from Windhelm to Winterhold is a lifeline. Interesting. Though they might have intermittent service to the college from Windhelm. And the mortal to Dawnstar. Wow. Is this a video you saw? You saw a video. Yeah, post that video in Discord. I find that interesting. Okay, so we're coming up from here. And then I removed a floor. I'm gonna put this floor back and this floor back. Of course, now they can't access it. I really screwed it up. Someone can get to there. Blocked by unmovable item. So someone's trying to grab that for the stairs. Okay. I think we're okay. You're building stairs. You're building stairs. So clearly you can at least get up that high. Okay. Jeez. So I want a floor here and a floor here at the very least. Hey, strange mood. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put a wall. And this is the way that I want them to go up. So let's see if I can actually get them to use it. Or no, actually this one's gonna stay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Jeez. So floor, 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 floor. And then with those made, they'll be able to actually go around. Okay. That's better than it was. Actually, only one of those is going to be floor. Or I guess they're both going to be floor. And then just random little spots. Sure. And then in theory, yep, okay, that's the rest of our blocks. So now, this still needs to drain and dry out a bit. I'm not gonna risk that. Fishable, that's all good, it's all good. Peacekeeper has created a Gearsurer shot tray, a pigtail shoe. A single shoe, thank you. Let's put it in the thing. Pigtail footwear, there you are. A single cloth shoe. Hooray. So in theory we have our green glass components are all cruising along. So I'm going to find the top of our built pump stack here. And tell them to keep working. So this one is pumping north. Right? Looks like we got enough for 10, I guess 9. This one's gonna go, this one goes south. This one goes north. This one goes south. This one goes north. And then south. And then north. And then south. And then north. And that's what we have. Now we're up to 7 elevation, which means we're almost here. We're very nearly here. Of course, we aren't using this floor for anything quite yet. Oh, this is gonna be our gems. So I'm gonna make a little stockpile for rough gems. And then a stockpile for cut gems. Right, and then I can go into the remains of our everything stockpile and say no gems. I just have to find the right railroad tycoon like to find this in, though City Skylines would be fine. City Skylines is fun. I haven't stuck with it very long for one reason or another. I don't really know why. Oh, hey, look, our Garlac. Oh, where are you going? What you doing, Garlac? I'm not much of a decision maker. It's glitchy and I give up. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Though if you're really just looking for like transport tycoon style gameplay, you could probably just go all the way back to is it Cities in Motion? Is that what they called it? It used to be that like before Cities Skylines came out, they had a similar game where you don't really build the city, you just build the transit of the city. Like they give you an existing city and say, here, fix all the transit problems. And I played that for a little while as well, but it's obviously more limited in scope, which I think might actually be a benefit for that kind of a game. You know what I mean? You don't get too distracted with, oh, I need to, all the zoning and stuff. It's just a lot of that kind of stuff is just out of your control. So, I guess I haven't made more obsidian since the last time we looked at this, but I got 1. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. How high do we want to make this? I don't these buttons. I do like it when I control just one variable that impacts many others. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe look that one up then. It'd be cool to have a version of that in like a fantasy universe. Not that like, I don't know, managed cities are like a very modern concept, aren't they? Look how much leather we have. Oh my god, we have so much leather. I don't need this much leather. We need to start working on cloth. Okay. Carriage tycoon. See, yeah, like kinda actually. So we have alfalfa. We're working on rye. Looks like we used our strawberry. Honestly, why not alfalfa? So, one thing at a time. If we come down to our pasture here, we have llamas and alpacas and water buffalo are kind of the main things that we're keeping here on purpose. So I want to shear the llamas and alpacas, and I want to milk everything else. So I kind of want to have a spot that's for doing all of that nearby. It could even be in here, for that matter. I'm gonna put in a door. And then it does leak in here, but I guess this is the highest the aquifer goes. I'm sure you could milk alpacas. I'm pretty sure we can. Pretty sure we can milk most mammals. There's a cave crocodile. I've been thinking about the giant bats more. If we see more giant bats, I might try to catch them, because that'd be fun, kind of fun as well. Let's do this. I'm gonna say workshop, or no, I want a stockpile is here as well. Maybe what we do, I guess this is not wet. I find that surprising. I think I'm gonna have a little room here. Like so. We might get some leaking in here, but that's fine. Oh, yes, yes, it's wet. I know it's wet. Every time. Nope, not there. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. And this is not wet. Wow. Only a little surprised. It is gonna leak a little from above. And of course it's kaolinite. Of course it's kaolinite. Perfect. So, I guess I do want to... Do I mine all this out just for making this dry? I don't want it all wet. I don't want everything all wet. I'm gonna say just mine out this here. Or remove those walls, rather. Then I am gonna mine all this out. Probably should just put my shops here. Honestly. Maybe this becomes a stockpile and this is where I put my shops. Just immediately grows in. Okay. And then, yeah, some of this is going to be aquifer still, but honestly, I can just turn this into wall. I'm just going to pave all this in. Shale blocks, why not? Do something like this. Let's call that good. And then in here, we're going to put a farmer's workshop, I think is how this works. Oh, hey, look, it's winter. Did we get dwarven traders? I don't know if the dwarven traders showed up this year. They might be too angry at us. Farming then shopping. Yep. So a pair of farmers' workshops. I think it's gonna be what we start with. I don't know that we need more than that. And that is gonna hopefully keep this from really flooding. So this is gonna be a stockpile. This is gonna be like the shearing, the stuff we shear is gonna go down here. So then, how does this work? I forget how this works. Is it... hair wool. It's this. Because I don't really want all of it. I just want llama and alpaca. I think that's all we're doing. And then you are not going to take general work orders. You're going to have your own little work order. It's going to be shear animal, one at a time, and it's just going to repeat forever, basically. And then same thing here. You're not going to take work orders. You can have your own. It's going to be milk. Do it one at a time. Repeat forever. So I kind of want to see both those activate, and then I'm going to put milk down here. Be animal drink. No. Animal extract? Yeah. So anything that says milk. Alpaca milk, cow milk, dwarven milk. Goat milk, horse milk, llama milk. Honestly, any kind of milk can just go here. Have a very prosperous textile industry? We could. I think we're building up to that. We're just now starting to shear, so I don't think we don't have anything yet, but I think we are gonna work on it. I don't need to take anything out of here, I don't think. So I want to see these happen. Here we're shearing, here we're milking. There we go, shearing. And then you've already grabbed it and plopped it down there. Perfect, okay. So we are shearing llamas. Someone's gonna try to milk a llama. Or milk a something. So we had to grab a bucket. So I might need like a bucket stockpile, and here's a horse. And then you milked the horse. So now we're gonna have a milk bucket down here. Is that a separate llama pasture? No, they're all together. So we have our pasture here on the top level. And then below that we have... You're pasteurizing. Yes, we are pasteurizing our animals. Here we have our below ground farms and 2 workshops, and then below that we have a stockpile. So kind of a three layer system here. I'm gonna make a little stockpile that's just for buckets. Right, bucket of wood is really the main thing. I'm gonna turn on all of that, but this is just buckets. buckets. This is sheared wool. This is fresh milk. Because we have like muddy vulture blood covered wool. So our trade caravan has arrived. Future occupying site. That should be fine, whatever. Okay. I do want a pair of doors here. Boop boop. We could do our cheese making here as well. We'd also do plant processing here as well, depending on how much stockpile we want to have stored up down here. Really, I really wish we could solve this from below. Like, it's the ceiling is what's leaking, but I can't smooth the ceiling. Oh, and pots. We have a large scale pot. Okay. Are pots in here too? I don't know what a pot counts as. So it could be a tool for all I know. I call that good. Pots are in tools? Okay. Which are what? Which are finished goods, that's right. Okay, so I'm not gonna say... Tools is too broad a category. I think tools needs to be broken out into a couple different things again. I'm gonna come down to our furniture stockpile, which is where our buckets go, right? I'm gonna say that this is gonna go up. Also, hi, hello, cool fort, thank you. We're working on it. We're working on a necromancer tower. It's kind of our main thing right now. I'm gonna say that this is going to feed to here. And this probably doesn't need to be that big, honestly. I just want to have a handful of buckets sitting here at any given time. In fact, I'm gonna make some buckets. Buckets. Let's do 10 wooden buckets. You own Necromancer Tower? Yeah. We don't have our Necromancer yet, so we've made a Necromancer in this world. This is our 4th fortress in this world. So our Necromancer is not here currently, but we're building a home for her. So we're working with an obsidian tower here. Which I think we're actually probably ready for another batch of our obsidian, right? This all dried out, perfect. So we're going to channel out our obsidian here. Which means I also need to go up here and close the drain and open the access. Actually, type in N-buck, it'll show wooden and iron, but it types nice and quick, that's fair. Gotta keep your fingers limber. Okay, so they are going to work on all that. The other thing that we're working on is a magma pump stack, which is cruising right along here. Okay. Dwarves are very happy. We're working on it. Also, we have kobolds. We have a kobold mod. So we don't actually have any dwarves here today. Sometimes we do have dwarves intermingled with our kobolds. But right now we are 49 kobolds and a gorlak that we adopted from the caves. But yeah, they're doing okay, considering I haven't really done much on purpose for them yet. We do have kind of an accidental waterfall situation. 222 Nemesis Records. Yeah, so that is a whatchamacallit. It's a DF hack thing. I don't really know. I'm not displaying that on purpose. That's like a warning that DF hack is giving about our world and our save file. There's not a whole lot to do about it. It's one of those things where the DF hack people made it visible to players so that they could report if they have saves that are really broken, and I have. Putnam's aware of this save. But I don't know that there's not a whole lot I can do about it. It just kind of sits there and taunts me. Tells me how broken this world is. Which, spoilers, it's very broken. We've been playing 85 years in the same world across 4 forts now. Okay, so I want to pump south from here. No, not use closest. That's bad. We want to be specific about these. Right, I'm pumping south. Green glass, green glass, green glass. Cool. And then pump north. And then south. And then north. And then south. And then north. Nope. And then south. For as short as our pump stack is, it's still a holding thing. We have magma down on -15. Here we go. And then this goes this way. And that's gonna get us our magma to our shop floors. This map is 3 kobold in a trench coat, yes. We are running 2 mods. We have the kobold mod, and then we have one who the only thing it does is like change what the ground looks like, which we're you can tell how much it's doing here. We don't have any vegetation here. It gives some visual variety to the things that grow on the ground, but there's nothing growing on the ground here, so you know, being a desert and all. Yeah, I think we're in Badlands. Is what this is. So yes, it's functionally not doing anything right this moment, but those are the only 2 mods we have going on. Oh yeah, and we need to trade. I need to go over here. Broker requested. We should have a bunch of finished goods at this point. I saw a bunch of bins up there. Somewhere. We have so much leather. Okay. Grab you. You, and that's probably fine. I've been pestering about flooding the top level with the river, but alas, better sense has won out. It's so much pumping. And it wouldn't really, I don't know, we maybe get some grass. It wouldn't do as much as you might think. Plus, we're here for necromancy, right? We're not worried about all those silly green things. Okay, here comes my trader. Death, yes. Maybe we'll have to have a fort in the future that is specifically about terraforming. And that'll be like the thing that we really go after in that entire fort. Could bring in a lot of silk cloth here. Oh, and that is basically all you brought me. So let's do... I mean, we have a fair bit to trade here. I don't think there's an artifact in here. Just some really nice amulets, wow. We've gotten good about making amulets. Siltstone amulets for 100, that's kind of incredible. So how much of this cloth can I buy? Can I just buy out a bunch of your cloth? Not all of your cloth. A lot of this is silk. Do you not have, all you have is silk cloth? Let's do like this. Trade. Yes. Good. No trader needed. Now, there's our Gorlak. Okay, we have multiple things going on here. We're harvesting our obsidian, so now we need to turn this into blocks. Right, so I'm just gonna do blocks on repeat. Blocks on repeat. And then that will all end up in here. So yeah, we're down to 1 block. And then we need to start our looming. We need to start looming. So I think what's gonna happen. So I bring a stockpile down here to shuttle things down. Here's the thing I go back and forth on in general with this game right now. So I have a situation here where I have my shearable animals are here. My workshop for shearing is here. My shearing output is here, right? Oh, and there's my buckets. Perfect. And same thing with the milk. I can either... And then like the shops where I want to process the milk and process the wool are all gonna be downstairs. So I can either just tell a workshop downstairs to do the job, and then every time someone needs to spin the wool, they walk up here, grab a piece of wool, bring it downstairs, and do it there. Or I put another stockpile downstairs such that this stockpile feeds into that stockpile so that there's someone kind of shuttling things down, and then someone else, so then when someone takes the job to do the spinning, they don't have to walk as far, which is the more skilled job. So I guess that's really the thing, right? Spinning and clothes making and all that kind of stuff is a more skilled job than just moving things from one space to another. So giving the skilled workers more time to work on the skilled tasks than just moving things back and forth, I think is beneficial. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make another little room. This is going to be our wool room. We're going to have a little throughway here. And just do like this, essentially. Or how do I do this? Do like that. So that is going to be our wool room. And same kind of thing with milk. But that can all just end up down here. This is kind of our raw food. So I think maybe just that other stockpile upstairs, up here, this milk stockpile, going to output to here. This is raw food. So in theory, our milk will end up down here, and then our cheese making will be done down here. So I'm going to put in a general job for make cheese. That's going to be done 2 at a time. It will repeat as long as we have unrotten milk items. I'm going to say 4. And that'll just go forever. Cheese, a necromancer's friend. Yes. Why not? Okay, so then this is going to be hair and wool. I guess I do just want to say llama and alpaca. And then everyone likes cheese. Well, almost everyone likes cheese. Even people who, Like I get the impression that even people whose bodies disagree with them with cheese, the person still likes cheese, right? Yeah, cheese is great. I'm gonna have, so sheared wool is going to output to here. This is workshop wool. I'm gonna give this a couple of wheelbarrows as well. There we go. Here it comes, alpaca wool. And then I want to say that looms are going to input from that stockpile. Input from here. Oh. Input from here. Oh, and our diplomacy rolls the same as other. We don't need more leather. I'll ask for pigtail cloth, even though they didn't bring it. We'll ask for wood. We'll ask for seeds. I don't know what else to ask of them. I don't think I need more pets. Ask for garden vegetables. That's not a bad idea. That should be fine. Spears and headwear. Okay. I do know two people like that, yeah. So many textures. Even a necromancer would be up for a slice of saw when they can get it. Is there a prepared pizza mod? That would be fun. I think there's like there is a mod that really expands the kitchen stuff, which I've been tempted to do. I'm gonna say I want to spin thread. I think when we get to the point of making a new world, we're gonna take a good look at some workshop mods. Maybe we'll have like an entire stream where we just like decide on our mods. Maybe that's where we're gonna end up. I'm gonna spin thread 4 at a time because we have 4 shops. I'm gonna say as long as we have body parts to shear. And of course, this is gonna be pulling from that stockpile specifically, so it might end up being like we have more that they don't have access to, in which case things cancel, but we'll just figure things out at that point. And then thread. I guess I do just want to turn it all into thread, because the wool itself doesn't do us any good. Thread serves many purposes. So we're gonna do that. Count me in. Excellent. Okay. There's just so dang many. Maybe what we should do, if we're smart, we do like a couple like test world generations and just see how the mods play together, and not like stick in that world for very long. Just kind of check them out. I'm gonna do a wall. How do I want to do this? I want to make like a little, I want to make a door here. I mean, I guess I could just do that. Nope. Dope. Or do I do it like this? Let's do it like. And then a wall. Like this. Not the green glass. And then door. Eventually. I guess I have a lot of doors that I want to place. There we go. Anywhere else on this floor? I guess here. That's probably fine for now. This all looks good. Put one here. Trade depot's fine. Be fun to see how things change, yeah. I mean, it's like one of the downsides of not making a bunch of different worlds, right? Like, I like that we stick in one world for a long time and make it work. But we don't get to see a bunch of the different changes, right? So that'd be fun. You are going to go spin thread. Why are you going around this way, though? Oh, because spinning happens at a farmer's workshop. I'm forgetting about this. Okay. It's not the looms, it's the farmer's workshops. Okay, so let's do farmer workshops. Can go like that. And then I guess I don't want these don't get connected. I don't know that I need that many either. Maybe let's just do 2. You look a strange mood. Okay, now that I've done us all wrong, I want these. See, now you're making cheese. But don't take general work orders. You are going to be inputting from here. You will be inputting from here. Going to remove the spin thread job. Or can I wish I could designate what shops a job can use from here. You can just designate how many. I want control groups, is ultimately what I want. I want to make a control group of workshops and assign a work order to a control group. That's what I want. So, is going to spin thread, restarts daily. Basically, if there's something in the stockpile, they're gonna spin it. So you're just gonna do one at a time. You are just going to spin thread one at a time on repeat. Let's see if that works. And in theory, the thread's ending up down here because everything's just ending up here. Moody Dwarf can't find item. Okay, you took a carpenter's workshop. You must have stone boulders, cut gems. Lots of cut gems. Okay, we haven't actually cut our gems yet. That's the problem. Well, we got our raw gems. Okay, at least they all ended up down here. So I guess that's as good as a prompt as any to get our gem cutters going. I guess. Jeweler. So you're just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Why not? How do you decide to dig the quarters? By going wee. I've been I've been just leaning into the koboldness of our fortresses. Functionally, how I do it is I use the DF hack design tool. And they have this line tool, essentially. So I can make it too wide, and I can kind of put in a couple of curvy points. And you can kind of do like this, right? I do like this. This design tool is my favorite. And then this is the polygon tool, which is what I'm using for rooms. You could just do whatever you want. Whatever you want. It's so good. I sing its praises every time someone asks. But that is the entirety of these fortresses. Use that more. Use it more. Even just a little bit. There's a bunch of things that I don't really use it for that much. Like you could even use it for building. It's the building with it is finicky because you have to combine it with the other tool, the build planner, whatever it's called, for the materials. Like I wish you could deal with that in this menu, but like you would do it through planner here. So if you designate a material in here, then the planner or the design tool respects that. But it's kind of finicky to go back and forth between the two. But if you're just digging, it's very good. It's very, very good. To quickly make like 50 bedrooms in quick, but then it's very blocky. Yeah, and I've been doing my bedrooms by hand. Like not every single bit of this is the design tool like these. I basically design the hallways, and then I kind of fill in the gaps with hand-drawn bedrooms. And I've specifically been doing like non-square bedrooms just because they end up like this, and I like how it looks. Like this is all aesthetic. If you play Dwarf Fortress, you understand, but these are all aesthetic decisions. None of this actually matters. I need to do... We're going to cut gems forever. I'm just going to say do these 2 at a time. Or I guess we could do them 3 at a time. Eventually some of these shops will be for like decorating and stuff, but that's fine. This is just going to, as long as we have rough gems, let's say more than 20, because we need rough gems on hand for strange moods. But they're just gonna cut gems. Curved pathways actually do help a little bit with FPS. It's true. I think it's less than they did. I know one of the main things is limiting how many citizens can see each other at once. So just even breaking line of sight in these long hallways is definitely a benefit. But my understanding is that is better than it used to be. Because Putnam is going nuts with the optimizations. Okay, so we're shearing and milking to the point where we're running out of things to shear and milk. Our moody dwarf is gathering items, so that's all good. It's all great. We have a bunch of obsidian blocks sitting here again, which means that this is ready to go again. Look at that. Okay, let's do another round. Let's do magma pull and farm access pull. And then this is going. It looks like you are spinning thread. You are spinning thread. Look at that. Look at that. Should probably restrict these jobs to a couple different people. But there goes the yarn. Yeah, look at that. And then it just ends up in a box. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. And then milk is ending up down here. And then cheese. Cheese happens somewhere. Is someone gonna cheese? You're not like linked to anything, right? You're not linked to anything. We do have a make cheese. It is satisfied. Do we have anyone? No one's currently doing it. Okay. I forgot about these 2 little rooms. Okay, you can remove these. Our starter offices. Hello, Gantrog. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We're doing fun things. We're making a necromancer tower. Had a fort with about 600 dwarves, and I improved the FPS from 5 to about 12 by adding line of sight breaking walls. Yep, I believe at 600, I believe it. We are capped at 50 here. Because my purpose in this fortress is not to make a very populated fortress, it's to, like, build a specific thing. So I'm kind of keeping us down to, like, the number of people that would be required to do such a thing. I think 50-person fortresses, I think, cruise along quite well. But look, I have a pump stack. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we need to power our pump stack. It's going. It sure is going. And now it's spring. Oh, our moody dwarf already can't find a second item. Very cool. So if we could power our pump stack, then we can get magma up here. Our pump stack is also going to go taller than this, but of course I had a hard time getting this to dig out properly. 50 is enough depending on how many sieges. True. True. And we haven't seen any goblin activity yet. But we have been here for like 6 years. We have also we've done a lot to the goblins in this world. So we'll see how long it takes for them to actually, like, become interested in us. So ultimately what's going to happen is our pump stack is going to come up along our tower. I'm going to bring magma into our necromancer tower because I want to. So that's what this is going to be. So what I need to do is ultimately I need a circle. I need a circle of a specific size. So I want this to be hollow. I want the walls to be thin, and honestly, it's probably going to look like that. Of course, that's going to be off-center. I could do something like this. Necromancers for sure has more pull if they have lava running around their towers. Yeah. Well, it's also going to be our invader system. So the whole idea for the way for invaders to get in is to basically go up the outside of the tower and then down the inside of the tower and have traps and magma and siege engines and all that kind of stuff pointed at them in all directions. And then just also, like, you know, a necromancer in there with a window outside going like pew pew pew. That might also be nice. But yeah, I think so. I guess I do need two. I kind of need 2 stairs. Well, maybe not actually. The aura from the lava for sure. Yes, you can just feel the aura coming off of it. How do I want to do this? Because I could make it like big, right? I could do like that, and that would definitely be big enough, but that's way overkill for this. I could also do something like that. Make it more oblong. Maybe like that. That actually doesn't look bad. Because then the magma is going to go on like a causeway across here. You know, several stories up, of course, but... yeah, maybe we do like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this to just designate channel just to get my shape here. I'm not actually going to dig like that. But then I'm going to go in and designate this as obsidian blocks, which I now have almost 300 of again. And then I'm hoping that that gets rid of that. Oh, and I got rid of the other stuff too. That's fine. That is fine. But ultimately what I need is to get the stairs to connect. And then close this off. To me, that's where we start. I'm just gonna get this stairwell going so that it connects into our fortress. I guess we're not really safe against flyers, are we? Even here, this doesn't have a roof yet and does go into our fortress. That is kind of dangerous. Oh well. I also don't have a military, which is also kind of dangerous. Maybe we should figure that out. Maybe military should happen soon. Okay, so they're digging down. Down, down, down. Of course, there's gonna be, we're gonna be putting our magma works in our aquifer. Because of course. Okay, but now that's connected. So that's good. So that's a start. And then I just want this to close up. And I might even let's put like a temporary roof on this. Dope. Oh, I do need to like actually build stairs up, don't I? Like so. And then of course that's going to be too tall. I think I'm just kind of in the mood to just risk everything right now. Doing anything nice at the weekend? I am. I'm going to be traveling. I'm not going to say where, but I am going to be traveling. I'll have pics for you afterwards. The elves are here. But I'm kind of going on an adventure. I am nervous about it. Gonna be traveling alone, traveling in a method that I have not traveled before. Basically seeing how viable it is to do on my own. What is wet? So I'm gonna smooth all of this. Because there's clearly some aquifer in here, which we're gonna have to all fix. But that is fine. I guess I could just do floor here. And then, yeah, why not? I'll do it out of obsidian. And then I'll put some hatches here. That'll basically be safe, but this is gonna be open anyway, so it's not like we're not really safe. And then I want to do more walls in here while we're at it. Like so. Oh, and you. And then floor. And I think I can get rid of the stairwell now. Obsidian, the necromancer's choice. I believe so. It's just such a good rock. It's such a good rock, and the fact that you can sometimes make it infinitely, which we can right now because we have kind of relatively high up magma. And I think it's neat. I think I need to remove here. Oh, and there's a wall missing here. And then the next spot up is gonna be over here. Or no, how was I doing this? This is all messy. Is obsidian the rock Gant is rocked upon? Oh, there you go. Or no, that was wrong. I'm getting all my stuff mixed up here. Okay. Diplomacy. The elves are here. The elves are partial to the trees in this land, even though there are no trees in this land. Fine, let's discuss the specifics. 46 trees, sure. I don't think there are even 46 trees in the caves. It's all spooky, also slicey. True. You can actually make swords out of it in this game, but it's not like good. It's interesting swords, but it's not good swords. You can just make swords. Okay, so to go up, you're going counterclockwise, and then you're going counterclockwise, and then you're going counterclockwise. Okay, so I guess that does work. I'm gonna do a ramp there, and then a wall here, and a wall here, or no, wall there. Okay. So that means this wall does not need to be here. That's what I'm confused about. Is this what the Mayans used? Probably. And then, okay, so then I guess this needs to be a wall here. Okay, so you're going from here, you're going up, going around, going around, going around. I think that's kind of what we're doing here. So now I can do obsidian like this. And then we can also start working on this level. Oh, did I start flooding? I did start flooding. Good thing this can't overflow. I totally forgot that I was filling it with magma. Let's turn off the magma, turn on the water, turn on the drain. And I am gonna keep an eye on this. Pretty sure I'm more of the musical kind of rock, but also generic stony one. Generic stony rocks are pretty musical, I would say. They have a musical quality to them. Seen a video of a guy making knives out of it, chipping into an edge? Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. Or arrowheads. Classic arrowhead material. Been fairly trenched for a while, but I'm starting to feel my upswing. That's good. Yeah, I know you've had a lot going on recently, but I'm rooting for you. We were out doing grocery shopping when traditionally we're out grocery shopping when you're streaming. So one of these days I'm gonna catch your stream. So here's water. I'm gonna pull the water. And then this should be all good. The excess is gonna drain out. We're not gaining more. I think we're good. Okay, so that's all gonna dry. Gonna take a moment to dry, but that's fine. Magma's off, water's off. Cool. I see a barrel of cheese. This is all prepared food. Here's a bit. No, it wants to say it's cheese. I guess there's a bunch of stuff in there. Where's my cheese? Do I have cheese? Are we making cheese? You're making cheese. Okay, so we are making cheese. We have cheese. We have 39 cheese. Wow, very cool. 600 fish. Wow. Okay. So, I guess I want to make sure that our pump stack is not got water in it before I start pumping. Very important. That's not aquifer. So here's the layer that's aquifer. So I need to like dig out this whole bit and then put in a wall around it. Siege operator and planter are fighting. Doctor's gone berserk. I forgot about the strange mood. Oh, we got too much going on. We got too much junk here. Our doctor just went insane. Oh, you're not even a resident anymore. Planter. You weren't actually our doctor. Oh, we have a spouse here, even, that's bad. Oh, we have bad things happening. Stream 11 on Sundays. Yeah, more in the future. I'm hoping so. The prom is tomorrow. Dr. Gun Berserk is the straight-to-DVD sequel to Girls Gone Wild. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you for the follow, Pep. You're off. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for coming by. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep having things happen, whether we want them or not. Oh, there you go. The Illuminati, the whole thing. Okay. We probably need a militia. We probably need a militia at this point. We don't have a guard captain. No, yeah, now we don't have a clan fixer. That might have been our doctor. Go down to the hospital itself, which is this. You need a clan fixer. Wow. Our lead doctor just went insane. And we don't have anyone with any medical skills. Wow, fantastic. Hey, Gorlak. Hey, Gorlak, do you want to be our doctor? Look at me abusing mod privilege to self-promote. Oh, that's fair. I forgot about that. That is your right. It's fine. Let's be our first regular kobold militia. True. I think Leopard Bins had a regular kobold militia for a minute. It turned into something completely different by the end. I think Agat's our doctor. A tactician. I don't think I had specific quarters for the doctor. So where's Gaket's room? It's just not very nice. Be abuse of power. I think these are all being used, right? I think I'm gonna put in just another little bedroom specifically for our chief doctor. Just since that's a thing we can do. There's only 2 mods. I think of them as like giant animated stone statues with big swords. Very, very intermittent sword swinging. Okay. So that replaces our doctor. I don't know what to do about this. It does appear that our berserker is more tired than our person here. You got Unchatter just being their dorky self in the middle. Exactly. Exactly. Just here to spam emotes. I guess we're gonna see what happens here. And that's the first time I forgot about a strange mood in a long while. Is anyone gonna help? Oh, you're unconscious. Do you need to be hauled away to the... Oh, you died. You just died. Okay. Well, that solves that issue, I guess. My goodness. Back down to 49. Dang. Okay. Well, see, we have all these seeds here. We have all these amazing seeds here. Why do they not get used here? It just says alfalfa. Is it, we might be in the wrong, are we in the wrong biome? Maybe that's the problem. Because those things don't even show up in this list here. Well, we're doing rye. We did our blade weed. We do have an injured citizen, no functional hospital. Oh, that's because need to assign the doctor to the hospital. Plan fixer, there you are. Okay. Now, random Gorlak from the caves. Fix this kobold, please. Maybe we toss in some helpers. No, I want you to get good at this. If you actually can. Oh, here you are. Diagnosed patient. Perfect. And then everyone else did the work. I diagnose you bleeding. You're Korak. Korak is a doctor. Why wasn't Korak given to me as my... Maybe you'll be our assistant. Korak doctor. There we go. Because you are... Weaver? Why are you a doctor? I don't see any doctoring skills here. Surgeon? Dabbling surgeon? That makes you a doctor. Okay, well... That could have been worse, and now Gaket's gonna do nothing again. Let's go ahead and smooth this out. And turn it into a bedroom. Just do a bed in the middle. Oh, I need to make a bed. Let's do 10 beds. Completely unnecessary, but we'll do it anyway. I also kind of want to smooth over here. Kind of want to smooth everything. Bed. Give me bed. Merchants will be leaving. That's fine. Don't care. I don't care about trading with the elves today. Oh, fine. Now. This did work. Okay, so I'm just gonna lock this. That's gonna be helpful, I guess. Okay, so here's where things are happening. So I need to put in wall here. This is just gonna be shale. Leaving 4 in the middle here, and of course I guess this... that stays open. I do need to do the same thing here. But this side is fine. I'm also gonna do... it's damp, but it's not leaking. As long as it's not actively leaking, I think it's okay. I think that's all fine. And then same thing here. I'm gonna put in a wall around the outside so it don't leak. And then I'm assuming that we're not gonna have aquifer here, but I'm gonna dig it just in case. Because I'd rather know right now. That seems fine. Okay. I would actually love for this to happen. We're working on it. I guess I did give a big smooth job. Okay. I guess the other thing is power. So, so among the things we need to do right now, set up a military, get power into our pump stack. I guess those are the main things. We are shearing, or we're making our thread, right? Can I see how much thread we have? We have 44 llama wool yarn, 27 alpaca sitting there. So that seems fine. So cheese is working, thread is working. I'm satisfied with that. We're not actually making clothes yet, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll just let them accumulate the thread for a little bit. Other things we're working on. Obsidian forever. I guess maybe it's mostly just those two things. There, bed. Now, bedroom. Assign to... no, Gat gets up here because she's a noble now. Excellent. Okay, and then I'm gonna go find your other... Now you're in your bedroom right now, of course. Or no, you're going to sleep right now. Well, I'm gonna remove your assignment from here. I'm gonna give you a chest and a cabinet. There you go. Be happy. It is all you need, right? Yep, everyone has their needs met. That's fine. That can be stopped for now. Though I guess I do want this to be done. Because a part of this is our reservoir. So I do want to say dig all that out, which means I need to remove that. But I think... And then I guess there is going to be some flooding on this level. So I need to... I'm actually just going to remove all of that and just turn it all into wall. All wall. No migrants this season. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so we'll do more shale blocks. It's gonna leak from above as well. Because of course it is. Right? Is that what's happening? I don't know if that's what's happening. I do also need to get in here to dig all that out. If you were Erling Haaland, a 26-year-old who had just dragged your team not only to their 4th ever World Cup, first in nearly 30 years, but also to their first ever quarterfinal by being the greatest striker currently playing, what would you bring back from the USA to Norway to celebrate? Oh dear. I do need a floodgate in here. Bring back from the US to celebrate. I don't know. That's right, a taxidermied raccoon posed to be drinking a bottle of liquor. Yeah. No, actually, I approve. I actually think that's perfect. Like a charmed cereal and peanut butter. Oh, that's fair. I want kaolinite here. And then I need to there's some channeling I need to do. So there's a channel here. I want to channel here, and channel there. Okay. Good, it all lines up still. I think this works. I'm concerned about it leaking here. But let's just give ourselves a little access hatch here. Dig all of this out. Of course, this part is gonna be... Part of this is gonna be weird. I think I'm gonna have to build some walls in here to close this off. But I think that's fine. World Cup has actually given us ranch dressing. Yeah. They sell it now because of the World Cup. Perfect. If there's one cultural export everyone needed to be aware of from the US, it's ranch dressing. I say that unironically. Okay, so then I need... Because ultimately this is going to get walled off. A man who understands the spirit of America. I would say so. I would agree. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say that this is going to be shale blocks. I guess I need to dig that first. This is all going to grow in with junk. Okay. And then same kind of deal. I guess I want to dig here. I can say there, here. And none of that is leaking. I'm kind of surprised. I am kind of surprised. I'm tempted to put in floor in here just so that stuff doesn't grow. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put in floor. Just so we don't have trees trying to grow in here, block our junk. Why is there fighting? Need to catch up. If I was to buy it, what do I use it on? Everything. Literally everything. Pizza, salad, dip my chips in it? Yes. You use it to make vegetables better? Yes, also very much so. Celery, carrots are really good. Salad, just salad in general, yes. All of the above. But how can anyone improve vegetable? With ranch dressing. With ranch dressing. Every 5-year-old in America, and every American who has been 5 years old knows exactly how that works. Original 6 kobold apprentices when given the prospect that they will have to make functioning martial militia. Oh, we never planned for one. We've assumed we'd have magic powers by now, kind of. Kinda, yeah. Dylan Harris, or Dylan Hollins? Forget what his name is. Ranch Cornbread, yes. All of his stuff is great. Wait, militia? We thought we'd have zombie bodyguards by now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Lucio. A vulture is fighting a raven. So that's cool. We're working on the guts of our magma system. It appears to be pretty dry. I do need to link this to a lever. This is going to be our magma reservoir. You're going to link in a magma safe manner right there. Oh, and you're stuck in here. I need to not forget. Or no, you're not stuck. I guess you are. I could build ramps here. How about I build a ramp? Oh, I can't get in there to make a ramp. Hilarious. Fine, fair enough. Want the real American experience? Buffalo wings with ranch dip, yes. I'm actually not a fan of buffalo as a flavor of wing. I know that's a little sacrilegious to say, but it's not my favorite wing flavor. But if you do like buffalo style wings, toss in some ranch. That is for sure. Okay, I'm gonna not get distracted while this is happening. I'd say it's a good combination. I would agree. I do agree that if you're doing buffalo, then ranch is the way to go, but I don't usually go buffalo. Oh, there's a button to pull it from there. Wow, I just noticed that. Okay, so I want this to open. There you go. Be free. And then I want to put a floor in here as well. And then all this is basically fine. Hey, look, another strange boot. Let's try not to kill someone this time. I am going to do a wall here. And hope no one gets stuck. I feel if I went to the USA, I'd have to un-vegetarian myself to get the full culture. It would be hard to get a representative sample of American cuisine while vegetarian. I would agree with that, and that is unfortunate. Because there are plenty of good vegetarian options here, but they are all living in the shadow of everything else we have. Okay, so you're good, right? So we're good. So that is fine. I think all of this is fine. So I want to get our pump stack up to that level before I actually turn it on to get to this level. And I'm gonna pause. So I also know that the militia thing is in the back of my mind. And also we have a strange mood going on, so hopefully that works. We're gonna do machines, screw pumps. And I have all my holes drilled, right? Or I guess I don't have all of them. So I need a hole there. And this floor didn't get anything. So I need a hole here and here. 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 And then we're there. Okay. The other thing that I need to do is make sure I have my wall. Right, so I have a wall there, so I need a wall here, and here, and there. Okay. That should be all of that. So I'm gonna let them do that real quick. Bloomin' onion! Oh my gosh, bloomin' onion. Yes. The answer to blooming onion is yes. That brings me back. I haven't been to like an Outback steakhouse in quite a few years, but that was my jam. Don't even need an entree. Just bring me a whole bloomin' onion and I'm good for the night. I did go before I was veggie, but didn't hit all the bases. There's a lot of bases to hit. I'm sure there's quintessentially American meals that I have not had, just because there's so many different regions that have their own unique things. Yes, okay, so now, screw pumps. This one is pumping to the north. Right? Double check in every single time. And then pumping south. I guess I'm abandoning that one little gem there. That's fine. It's just gonna be on fire forever. And then you. And then south. And then north. And then south. So I guess, now I have something else to think through. And then north. And then south. And then north. And then south. And then we're good. Okay, so get to work on all that. So the trick is going to be, I guess I could put in a hatch, which I maybe need to do beforehand. So maybe before this and the ones above. 'Cause it can get weird otherwise. I need to put in a magma-proof hatch on this level. I do not have. Let's do a green glass hatch cover. I'm just say do one of those. Looks like all of our other components got made though, so that's pretty cool. My mom had home her own barbecue sauce last night because we ran out from making spare ribs for my dad. It was his birthday. Excellent. Home make her own barbecue sauce. Interesting. I've made a lot of sauces in the day, but I don't know if I've ever made straight barbecue sauce. But I imagine it's not too difficult. I mean, it's mostly, it's like ketchup is kind of the main component, right? I guess how was that barbecue sauce? Give me your recipe. I'd use up a lot of ketchup. Yep. Hatch cover was completed. That was fast. So I'm gonna put in our hatch cover right here. So what this is going to do is allow me to keep the magma above here as its own closed loop without needing to introduce magma from below, but having the option to as we go. So I'm going to come back down to our, this. Yeah, okay, cool. We can actually mine all this out again. More obsidian, more. So that means I need to open our access lever. I need to close the drain lever. And then all of these levers are used, so I need more levers. So I'm going to use our not very fancy mechanisms for this. There we go. Ketchup, apple cider vinegar. Yep, that sounds right. Let me think. It was 12 years ago. Oh, come on. Sometimes the scroll on OBS doesn't work. Had McDonald's? Okay. New York City bagel breakfast thing from a stall. Okay. I'm curious about that one. Because a proper New York City bagel is like its own thing. Our Moody Dwarf can't find their thing. Skeletons! Oh, we need dead things. We need bones. So I guess we can go up here and oh, there's humans here. Oh, they're diplomats. Interesting. Anyway, let's slaughter a yak. We can slaughter a yak. We don't have any valuable animals right now. Applebee's mac and cheese. Oh, I'm sorry. But 12 years ago probably wouldn't be as bad. A lot of those big chains like Applebee's, I wouldn't bother if you came back. They have not fared well in the last decade. Pancakes, pizza pockets, Pizza Hut, gas station fried chicken, excellent. Cornbread, I think that was it. I declined Maryland crabs as I don't like fish. Oh man. Have you ever had like fresh crab? You should come over to our side of the country and we'll just get a crab. Which we have legit done before and is amazing. Do I trade with humans? I guess I'm gonna try to trade with humans. We have so much freaking leather. Just sort... I wish I could just sort everything together. The bins I care about are all the closest ones. They just end up way down here in the list. Oh, you? Nope, not you. You? There we go. Okay, good enough. Where for the gathering items? Okay, good. You rejected Maryland's pride and joy? Yeah. Dwarven bagels. You know what? Having an export of specific meal types for a fort would be fun. True. We kind of had that for our last one. It was all very specifically like polar bear meat. Which was not what we set out to do at all. Humans brought some boulders. Things that we can make trivially. A snail in a cage. Good, 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 good. Humans, you need to bring better stuff. Well, they brought some seeds. Can I just search for just the seeds? Radish. More bladeweed. We need to start, when you get when we get power going, we need to make sure we get millstones incorporated into that. Maybe that's our next bit. I don't care about any of this, humans. You got some fish, you got some plants. Yeah, all right, we'll take your plants. Nope, that's way too much. I'm not trading away the gem. Actually, yeah, whatever. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, you're gathering stuff. I'm gonna make sure you actually finish this. At a New York City pizza slice too, but it was a bit mid. I think I should have gone somewhere specific. Probably, but I will also say my experience with New York pizza is that the locals' opinions about the pizza is a bit more intense than the actual pizza itself. I'm getting crucified by someone on the other side of the country right now just for having said that, but there's some decent pizza, but if you just ask a random person on the street, they're going to give you a very enthusiastic recommendation to a very specific place. Everyone's recommendation is going to be different. They'll all fight each other on what the best is, and most of them are kind of mid. That is my that is my non-New Yorker stance on it. Because our chain restaurants are also really bad now too. Yeah, it's probably the same thing. It's probably just the people, the places getting bought and all that junk. Okay, so you clearly didn't find something. Leather, skeletons, cloth, shining bars of metal. Oh, you jerk. We're working on it, dude. As I can. We're working on it right now. Do I need to make a forge? Or what? What if? No. Where am I? Where's my trade depot? There you are. Broker requested. There was a single bar of aluminum here. So I'm going to buy it from the humans. Right? Single bar of aluminum. Aluminum is worth quite a bit as well. So great for an artifact. Here, have a couple of rocks. There you go. Now go grab the aluminum. That snail. What would be the polar bear meat be served as? Burgers, meatballs? I mean, everything in Dwarf Fortress right now is a roast, essentially. But I think burgers would be great. Bear burgers? Mushroom and polar bear casserole, probably. In the Arctic, probably jerky. Probably also that. No longer welcome in New York. It's true. Probably. Commodity markets for fort-specific exports. I agree. I think that's where we're headed. I think that would be great. Put it on the maybe someday pile. Okay, you're good now, right? Are you good? Can't, what do you mean you can't find? Okay. Do you need more metal? Skeletons, shining bars of metal, quarry, leather. Okay, so you need more metal. Shining bars of metal. Probably a second one. And then more skeletons. And then more metal. And then rocks. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't think they had another... They didn't have another bar of metal in there. I think it's midnight. Oh, dang, yeah. Gotta get up at 6 a.m. Oh, gross. Yeah, well, good luck with that. See you all in a week and a half. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for all the gaps. There's gonna be some more, but I'm doing cool things. You'll get pictures afterwards. So thanks for coming by. I do appreciate coming by and hanging out with me. And I hope the morning doesn't bite you too hard. Good luck with your early morning stuff. I'm gonna try to get my brain on straight here. We have too many things. So mood. Mood is the highest priority, and of course I have a bunch of this here, so we need to be making our blocks. Make our blocks. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up here to where we were doing a glass furnace and remove it and just add a magma smelter and make like 3 bars of metal for our moody kobold. I think that's seriously the simplest option here. So I'm gonna say magma smelter. Just use a block. Or does it need to be, it might need to be magma save. Furnace, magma smelter. Just do bauxite, sure. Prepare flour bread type, right. There is so much potential for that sort of stuff. Did I not? Oh, this turned into... Oh, interesting. We had water get all the way down here, apparently. So it's a good thing that we're figuring all that out now. Because we apparently turned this into obsidian down here. Oh well, we can fix that. Pretty sure. So power... militia. Those are my 2 things once this mood is taken care of. And then Gacker is gonna be like, I guess I did pick like something really far away. You could have used a wheelbarrow or something. Or Gorlax, not at the moment. Got 3 ravens and 2 magma crabs. Where are you go? Oh, you gotta go down this way. Okay, that's fine. No migrants. Where did we end here? So that got placed. I guess I did my levers, right? So I need to pick a lever. So this is going to be magma pump divider. It's gets linked, magma safe to right there. And then... Right, and that's all safe. So we could actually do another round of that, but I'm gonna hold off on the moment. Just want to make sure this happens. Picturing how spicy magma crab is. Oh, interesting. It's probably spicy. Like a, I know that, like, what am I thinking of? Crawdads? Like crawdad brains are actually really spicy. Imitation magma crab rolls. Would an imitation magma crab just be a rock? Here we go. Magma smelter. Okay, so now, please make something. What's the coolest thing we can make right now? Made of platinum? Sure. Let's just smelt some platinum real quick. Of course, it's gonna take him forever just to get a platinum nugget down here. They'll start working on it. Kobold sushi. When the spider rolls are made of actual spider. So, I'm thinking we're gonna put a bunch of water wheels in here. So ultimately what's gonna happen, I need a way to get out here. And then this is all gonna get sealed off again, essentially. But I'm gonna need to dig all this out. And then probably dig all this out too, so that I have a walkway on both sides. I think is what we're doing. Them spiders good eating. Are they? Where's the meat on a giant cave spider? I guess it's probably like crab, like all the legs. Is it just all leg meat? So I'm gonna do a little bridge across, just for getting access to things. We can do... Am I running out of blocks? Sure. Do that. In between the giant and the cave spider. I'm gonna need mechanisms. Right, so I'm gonna do, I guess we have a bunch of shale mechanisms, which are good to use for this. That's kind of perfect. So we could do 4 times 3. We could do 12 of these? Which I think is probably plenty for our purposes. Aren't crabs hydraulic? They wouldn't even have leg meat, or spiders, yeah. That's what I was wondering. They are, I think they're pneumatic. I think they're air powered, if we're being technical about it. But you're right that they're not muscle powered in the same way that a crab is. So I don't know. I bet you if you look at like cultures that just eat spiders, they probably just like fry the whole thing up and eat it whole. So I don't know if there's like anything to extract from a spider. I think it's just all, I think you just eat spider. But I also couldn't tell you. So I want to do water wheel. Going to suspend from these gear assemblies. And it's all just wood, so we're just gonna stack them up. And then we need axles to connect things. And this is essentially our axle here. But I haven't decided how it's going to all route together, so I'm not going to do it yet. Also, we have 4 across. We could get 16 in here. So I need to do like this. I'm also going to put in some doors just for the sake of having something to lock in case something happens, but I think we're to be okay. Something would have to like crawl into the bottom of this canyon just to be dangerous, so whatever. They use hemolymph as their pressurized fluid. Oh, okay, interesting. So I guess hydraulic. I'm just gonna go plop, plop. Oops, yep. Jump to the gun. I guess I need to keep an eye on this. You've grabbed a platinum. So now you probably need another, do you need another skeleton? I think you need another skeleton at this point. So let's give you a camel. Why not? There's probably a way to pickle the chitin. Dubious. I think you can make chitin into a leathery thing, and technically leather is edible. Yes. But just because you can make something into something that's like leather doesn't mean that other thing is edible. I'm curious. I bet you the answer is to just roast the whole thing and go for it. I don't think there's like a... yes, we could turn this part into this kind of a thing. So I guess if it's big enough. If you had a spider the size of a person, I'm sure someone would figure it out. Fill it with goat cheese and roast it. Yeah, like that's probably honestly what you would do. Gathering items? Okay, do it. Please just do it. Okay, you got that, and then you're still gathering. Aluminum and platinum being the only metal in here is going to make this kind of a stacked artifact. If you can actually succeed. So, now the question of how we get power introduced into our pump stack. We could do... Humans have acidic mammalian chitinase that at least partially digest chitin. Interesting. TIL. Still mostly dietary fiber. I'm right. Yeah. Dwarf is working. Okay, perfect. So, if we use millstones, I think they're going to happen in here. Which means, if I could introduce power to the stack here, then we could just do both those things at the same time. Of course, we're directly beneath the river, which is honestly fine. So I think we're going to do like this. I'm going to say we're going to have an axle coming out like this. Oh, now it's autumn. We eat 20 spiders a year. Maybe how you do it, but I'm hunting those suckers down and roasting them on an open fire. I bet you it wouldn't be bad. Most of the spiders that we would be, like... I would have a hard time finding a spider large enough to not just turn into a cinder. You know what I mean? So our axle's gonna go like that. And then just come along like this. And then just do that. Honestly, I think that's fine. And then I can do... I don't even need to. We can access it from over here. It's fine. I think we're fine. So I'm going to put a gear assembly directly beneath. And then connect those axles like so. And then I can remove these. It'll be way overkill for power, I think, but that's also fine. Zycan the Stonecrafter has created Zenziot Zegzas, a scepter. Hooray! Thank you for the scepter. Bold jumps the fat riddle. It is worth 28,000. Okay. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty good. It's a lignite scepter. Studded with platinum, decorated with one humped camel bone. Object is adorned with hanging rings of 2 humped camel leather and llama wool. Menaces with spikes of platinum. On the item is an image of cushion cabochons in lignite. It is not cushion cabochons, it's an image of cushion cabochons in lignite. Image of kobolds. The kobolds are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of veil cages by the taker of gilding of the Serpent of Baz in the early spring of 180. On the item is an image of Pleat Sank, the copper shield in aluminum. Excellent. Okay. This belongs in a museum. One of these, right? Lignite. There you are. Perfect. Tragedy averted. And then we have is this human traders right now? Where am I? No, they already left. They're already gone. Okay, that's fine. And then we're digging here. Perfect. Probably gonna need to chop down some more trees. Our fortress's signature dish, spider roasts. I mean, you probably could essentially do that. I mean, if you kill a spider, you're gonna get spider meat. I guess let's ask the video game. Let's ask the wiki what it thinks a spider gives as far as food. Giant cave spider. Butchering returns. It gives meat and fat, brain, heart, intestines, and chitin. Which sounds accurate. I bet the brain would be something special. So I'm thinking like crawdad brain and crab brain is not a thing that I am particularly keen on, but is considered a delicacy, is considered a thing that you want. I'll plop down some mechanisms. And then I'm just gonna plop a mechanism here. And that's gonna be for our millstones. Oh, the dwarves are here. So this goes like that. Nope, I don't want to pick them. Just use closest, that is fine. This goes across to here. Almost all the way. And then this is not done yet. That's fine. You go up to here. You go across to here. And then like that. And then you go like that. And then we put this in first. It's gonna use up all of our wood. Brain of a predator. I feel like you have to serve that like a bloomin' onion, a bloomin' spider. Oh dear. That sounds like one of those things that it sounds terrible, but I would also have to try it once. So we already got we got 1,000 power already. I think we're gonna be good. Let's build some millstones while we're at it. Make rock millstone. Let's do 6 of them. Why not? Do I bother trading with the dwarves? What do the dwarves have to give us? Can I do that? Nope. There we go. Certain beastmen love spider brain. Interesting. I'm too scared of prions to eat brain. I feel like that is evolutionarily implanted warning. Yeah, probably true. Do things like spiders have prions too? I mostly associate that with like eating mammals is bad, right? Eating mammal brains. But is that just all brains? Plump helmet spawn, some rocks, some meat, some fish. You don't really have much that I want, dwarves. Cheese, we're making our own cheese now. I'm gonna ask for a really tiny bit here. There. You're good. Could always go the Morrowind route and make bone mold armor from their chitin. I wonder how strong it would actually be. It would be spider armor would be dope. It would be dope, but I don't like would it be any good? Can I place? I can place. Okay. Yeah, look at all this. Ultimate power! Okay. We're getting there. Yeah, look at all this. Look at all that. 500 power needed. Well, we got plenty. Oh, we got plenty. They got brains and proteins, and any protein can get misfolded. Probably not a huge risk because the misfolded protein would have to be similar enough to the right shape to cause proteins in our bodies to match up with the misfold. Yeah. We can definitely get mad cow, so yeah, not gonna risk it. Fair. But yeah, I wonder, like, are brain proteins just kind of brain proteins, or if you get far enough away from mammal biology, does your body stop having that problem at some point? Like, I'm not recommending anyone risk it. I'm just really curious how that works. Okay. So here's where we're at. Wow, look at all this. Okay. We're working on it. Now, there was so this is done. So that should be fine. This is linked. That should be fine. So I am going to place the rest of these. We're not closest. This is pumping south. Glass, glass, glass. Is it pumping north? I got this all done, right? Yeah. There's just random moss in here, but that's fine. Glass, glass, glass. This one pumps south. Glass, glass, glass. And then we're good. And there's no water in here. None of it is wet. It is all one machine. If I go down all the way to the bottom, same machine. So I think we're, oh good lord. I made some platinum. Eating as many spiders as possible to find out. Hey, look, it's powered. I should probably hook a lever to something before I just pump accidentally. I'm gonna say I need a lever. Where's my levers? This is magma pump divider. This is magma pump power. I'm just gonna link right there. So that all worked. It is now all powered. And none of this is gonna work until I open this manually. And then I should close this off as well. Okay. It's gonna be a long time before we get our one migrant. The main thing I want to do here is fill this up. Or fill it like to level 4, I think is what we need here for our magma shops. But then we're gonna get our whole magma production going. That's my goal here. So go magma pump power. So now I'm going to pull this lever. It's going to unpower the whole stack. Perfect. So we still got power here. Do not have power here because I need to go down to here and mine out this one tile. Can I do it diagonally? No, someone's gonna try it. I hope I don't kill someone with this. I think it's more like bad stuff in brain is essentially untreatable and the brain tissue is more sensitive to constricting stacks of protein. Prions can affect other tissues but it's just almost never an issue. That makes sense. Definitely does require your body, perfect, to be actively producing the protein that can be made to misfold, so probably requires the organisms to be fairly similar. Which makes sense. Okay, so currently our thing is closed. So we can only pump what's in here right now. So I'm going to start with just pumping that, and it's gonna be like this is gonna be our test, our trial by fire. If we can pump that amount of magma without anyone dying, then I'm gonna open the gates and we're gonna do the rest. That's, yep. There it goes. Cool. So it is already, already up there. Or is it? Where'd it go? Is it just... This is all on, right? It says it's active. Okay. Oh, it probably went to the very top. It went all the way up. Okay, so that's fine. But then it stopped here. As designed. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's up there. It made it up. That's fine. So now I just need to open Magma Forge, Magma, no, Pump Stack, Magma Flow. This one. I want to go there, right? Yep. Okay, so this is the correct one. We're gonna open this up. It's going to immediately pump. And this is what I'm looking for it to do. Perfect. Okay, because everything above here is full. Perfect. Magma for me. Magma for my forges. I'm gonna burn some rocks. It's okay. We're basically gonna let this fill a bit, and then we're gonna have access to infinite magma for our forges. Pump stacking at 100 FPS. Look at us. Look at us pumping at 100 frames. It's not a very tall pump stack, but it don't really matter. A pump stack of any height is kind of a drain on the frames. And this is just handling it. I'm gonna pump it all. I'm just gonna pump it full just for the sake of it being even. It would take a while for it to like even itself out otherwise. And plus the flow is like a frame calculation anyway, so I think we could probably save the frames by just filling it fully and then closing our gate here and then turning it off. Cool, 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 cool. Magma octopus, that'd be fun. It's like a squid. Looks like a little, like a squid face. There we go. It's full. And then everything down is gonna fill as well, which we might as well let it do. Wow, look at all this. We drained like half of all this. It's fantastic. There it goes. Yeah. And then that's going to kind of get it into a steady state. So like there's going to be some heat calculations, but it's going to be stable at that point. So I'm going to pull this lever to trap all of our magma in here. And then that just stays there forever. And then I'm going to come back down here. And where did we go? Here we are. Going to close these. I can just pull it from here. That is fantastic. Thank you, DF Hack. I really like that. And now we can turn off the pumps. Magma pump power. So it's not a C. Oh, the Magma Sea, you mean? Okay, so now we could probably get some millstones in here just while we're at it. I think we were just looking at like one of the top little pockets. It connects to stuff below it. Like we didn't drain half the Magma Sea. We drained half of one portion of a level of the Magma Sea, which is still a lot of magma. Not all of the magma, for sure. Millstones. Millstones are right here. Can I just plop? And then these can like power each other. I guess we could do, let's do like this. Nope. Boop. Those should all get powered if I do them like that. We're making cheese. We're singing songs. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna let them work on that. We have power, we have magma. The other thing is the militia. The militia. So let's... So it looks nice. I do want this to be my training quarters. I do like that idea. The idea is that invaders are gonna be coming down this ramp, and then down this ramp is the way into the fortress. So I kind of want like just a divider wall here. So they kind of have to go around, and then there's just gonna be fighting in here. If anything makes it here, then our squad deals with it. That was pretty cool. Okay, so barracks. Nice big barracks for our friends. Like that. I don't have a squad yet, so I think... So this is where I get confused, since these are like modified positions. There's Peacekeeper, there's Clan Tactician. Like the Peacekeeper is like the Sheriff, Clan Tactician is like the military. So I think I want to have a Tactician squad. And then, wow! Oh, there's new stuff here. You could actually like delete uniforms. I want to make a new uniform though. I guess we're gonna do melee leather. That's what we have. The Sagging Jaws. That's a good name. I want to look at the equipment. Can I add uniform? This is going to replace, or no. This is gonna go over. I guess, yes, discard. I want to see what the default uniform is. Leather armor, leather headwear, leather legwear, leather handwear, leather footwear, and individual choice melee. Okay, I guess that's fine. We have a whole bunch of leather. For Necromancer Militia, definitely. Kobolds being a reptilian race who has no experience eating milk products, still enamored with cheese. I mean, they probably took it from the dwarves, right? I imagine somewhere back then, some kobolds were living with some dwarves and learned how to make a fortress like this. And that's when they were introduced to cheese. And they're like, we can do cheese. We know how to do cheese. Nope. Let's do leather armor. Leather gloves. Leather boots. Or leather shoes, maybe? Let's do leather high boots. Leather greaves? No. Trousers. Leather helms. And then I probably want to do like some... of course, I don't actually have like metal going, so I don't have weapons yet. I'm going to do wooden training axe, wooden training spear, wooden training sword. I'm going to do like 5 of each of the weapons. I don't know where the adamantine ballista arrow came from. Classic. So armor, gloves, boots, trousers, helm. I feel like there's a piece I'm missing. And of course, the article is gigantic. Headgear is helm, upper body, leather armor. Hands is gloves, lower body. We could do leggings. You can do leather leggings. We have trousers, which is basically identical to leggings. Oh, leggings count as armor, and trousers do not. But I think I want leather leggings. Do gloves count as armor? No. But I can't make leather gauntlets. Okay. So that's fine. Boots, yep. Oh, then shields. Let's do wooden shield. Call that good. How hard could cheese be? Introduced to cheddar. Oh, quite hard. The hard part about cheese is letting it sit in a cave for years without eating it. That's really the hard part. What are you doing? You're just grabbing rocks? Okay, that's fine. I'm tempted to just wall this off. Boop. Doop doop. Anathema to kobold understanding. It must be eaten. Yes. Calories now. Yeah, kobolds. I don't imagine kobolds passing. What's the test they do on kids to be like, oh, you can either have this candy now or 2 candies later, and like at a certain age they start accepting the 2 candies later. Like kobolds never get past that phase. Kobolds are a 1 candy now kind of people. Okay. You take all 3 candies at sword point. Okay, so now need to finish setting up this squad. Oh look, you were in a squad somewhere else, Raimo. Legendary fighter, legendary axe bolt, so you're definitely gonna go in there. You're way better than everyone else. Okay, that's fine. I'm also we're gonna start with like a squad of 5. Start with a squad of 5. Not the overseer. I want to see melee potential. What? The Gorlak is at the top of the list for melee potential, but you're a doctor, so whatever. Brewer, how about that? And so you were in a squad as well, but you have no skill. But I do need to put you in a squad in order for you to like get clothing, so I'm just gonna put you in there, and you're gonna be good. We're gonna say 6. All hit, all fist. Are there any other people that were in other squads? I don't see anyone else. Okay, we're gonna call it a 6-person squad. Back to squads, and then your schedule is going to be... I'm gonna say constant training, but not all of them. I'm gonna say 3. Equip always, sleep in room at will. I think that's how I want it. Or no, I did it wrong. And then that is train. Train at least 3. Equip always, sleep in room at will. Done. So then all of these are the same. Yep, at least 3. At least 3. At least 3. Okay. Perfect. So it's a 6-person squad. At least 3 of them should be training at all times. They're going to be training here. Not sleeping here. They will store their junk here. So I do want to toss in some furniture. Do I have obsidian weapon racks? Do I have more obsidian weapon racks? No. Okay. Can I just make? I should just make. Weapon, or I could just assign it from here. Obsidian, maybe not. Rock, weapon rack. Rock. Armor stand is the other one. I'm gonna say do 10 of them, because we'll probably have 10 at some point. But I'm going to specify obsidian. I have to make more obsidian for that to work. But fortunately, that's a thing we can do. So, go nuts on that. So now I think we can get this going again. So let's go ahead and do magma on, farm access off. We're getting stuff done. All squats, just squats down low and headbutts them like Bullet Bill. That would be nasty. I do think of them as like kind of squishy characters, but if you're all forehead. So here's magma. This should be magma farm magma. This is obsidian farm water. Obsidian farm magma. Obsidian farm green. Obsidian farm access. Cool. Okay. I think that's what we do. So these should all close. Perfect. This one should open. Maybe. Did I pull that one? I can just do it from here. Pull. And then here's the water. Perfect. And then that is probably good. I'm gonna say obsidian farm water gets pulled. Drain is gonna stay open. Perfect. Vultures fighting. So as soon... Plant tactician slaps the vulture. Oh, there's vultures hanging out in our tower. Oh, that's a good sign. The first thing that happens for our squad training in the new training quarters is vultures fly in from above. I guess we don't actually have a roof here. I suppose that makes sense, but they did kill the vultures. So good job. Good job, Rimo Axe Lord. We do have an Axe Lord. Do you have an actual axe? You have a copper battle axe. Perfect. You are legendary fighter, legendary observer, level 69 fighter. Nice, actually. You even have... Oh, it's a cat leather helm. I was gonna say you have a bronze helm, but that's cat leather. Hilarious. Oh, we should make sure we have backpacks and water skins and such too. Leather backpack. Leather water skins. Good, good, good. So they're all individual combat drill. Perfect. You are 100 years old. You're 100 years old? I didn't think they got that old. They shouldn't get quite that old. Our clan tactician. I should have made someone else the clan tactician. Rossi is gonna die of old age any minute now. Yeah, 100-year-old kobold. I don't know how that happened. Maybe that's why the vultures are here. 'Cause you're 20, you're 29, you're 26. I mean, that means you were born in world generation. We've only been, like, we've done 86 years in game. You have 2 kids who are not here. Interesting. Fascinating. And then the vulture just sitting here. Are you gonna get smacked? Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, at the very least, anything that wanders in has to come down this ramp, even if it can fly. So this is just keeping us secure. There's also kind of a waterfall happening there. Though actually, I don't know that that's actually doing a waterfall thing there. Anyway, an auspicious omen, very much so. Surely it's fine. Surely it means nothing. I'm gonna get some more floor going in here. And then on this floor, I kind of need to do the same thing. I'm gonna do like this. I guess we're coming up from here. Like so. And then walls in here. Like so. And then we can say this one goes away. And then we want to do the outside. Oh, can't access over there. That makes sense. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll let them work on that then. I do like just the random blocks sitting around. And the vultures, of course. Okay, well, I'll get some practice in. So yeah, that's all working. And look at all this! We have millstones even. Wow. We've made some progress today. I think the next major thing is getting our shops running. So I'm gonna put... How do I want to do this? I think maybe our rocks go down here. So maybe our inputs go here and our outputs go over here. Time to mill some corn and make cornbread. Ooh. Ooh. I do love cornbread. I think we're gonna do some smelting like along here. I guess we're also gonna do like kiln stuff. So maybe we should have maybe like kiln inputs go over here and we do kilns over here. Do metal smelting inputs down here and we put smelters in here. And then this is gonna be like our bar block stockpile. So our forges are gonna go over here. And then our forged outputs are gonna go probably like up here or wherever else they end up going. Or just another room up here. I think that should be fine. So ultimately what I'm doing, I'm picking spots for smelters. I'm gonna do like this. And we're gonna say workshops, magma smelters. I put them close together. I did this so that I could be more wiggly with them. We could make these out of glass blocks as well. We should continue doing glass. Or do I make these out of obsidian? I do have obsidian. Let's do glass. Oh, you can't put it in the middle. I forgot about that. I could do like that. And then I'm gonna do something like dooba-dooba-doo. This place is gonna fill in real quick, isn't it? Can do one here. Ideally, I'd have like 5 at least. Smelters in particular, I end up wanting a lot. Let's do like here. I guess that gives us enough for now. Not farming. Maybe one more. It's winter, so our kobolds are here to trade. Let's do like that. I am your liaison. You continue to impress. I have come empowered to elevate this land in the eyes of our realm. Okay, cool. There's much to share. I don't need leather. I do still need wood. I would still like wood. Sure, seeds are fine. What else do I ask for? Instruments? I could ask for instruments. And garden vegetables. Call that good. Someday we'll be able to accept wagons. I don't really know how I want to do that though with this fort. Evening. Hello, Byzantios. How's it going? We are obsidianing. Obsidianing. We are making a tower. Here's where our tower's going. We're making obsidian so we can craft it up into an obsidian tower, and it is going up. The tower go up. And I'm quite happy with it so far. And this all becomes obsidian wall as well. Blam. Perfect. Do you have a necromancer to live in said tower? I do. They're not on site currently. They are in the world. But I want to... They're a little more ornery than the last time we saw them. So I wasn't able... We experimented early on in this fortress to try and get them to settle here as a citizen, which should work, to be clear. I don't know why it's not working. But they don't seem to play nice with other people anymore. So I'm building the tower, and I'm going to build the chambers for the necromancer, and then I'm going to bring the necromancer to the tower and kind of seal them in and call it good. Because if they were left just beyond their own recognizance within the fortress, then they would murder everyone or get murdered more likely. They're not very physically hardy. So they would probably get murdered, but I would rather that not happen. But this is all, look at all this. And then we have our militia down here training. They just murdered some vultures that tried to fly in. And then our bones are out here. No wonder we keep running out of bones. I do want to save some of our bones for strange moods. So I should have a spot somewhere. Let's say these are our craft bold shops, right? I don't really have space around, or we're just getting magma set up. Well, these are my magma smelters, and there's my magma. Very happy with it so far. I think what I want to do... Hello, testing don't click. Welcome, welcome. 3 stream streak. Excellent. I love it. I think I'm gonna have just a little... Maybe this becomes a stockpile. These are decommissioned rooms at this point. So maybe this just becomes a little stockpile of sorts. Of course, it's going to be a little square on those sides, but that's fine. We'll just do that. I'm going to say this is going to be a refuse stockpile, but it's going to be only for bones, skulls, shells. Do I even care about shells? I'm not sure I care about shells. I'm going to say bones and skulls. And it's going to input from the surface one. I think that will help preserve them down here. Maybe, kind of. Not really. Still in a refuse stockpile, but I guess I like having it underground better. Perfect. And there they are. Love to see it. Love it, love it, love it. So. Oh, then you are here. Let's do this. Let's actually trade with our home civilization. There's one. Looking at this screen just kind of hurts my eyes sometimes. There's one. That's probably plenty, honestly. Honestly, it's probably fine. We have been cranking out the crafts, though. I mean, look at this. 2800, 1600, 18, 25. Yeah. We got some goods. And they're gonna be leaving soon. Wake up, broker! Saz, wake up! They're gonna leave! I'm gonna laugh if they leave before Saz wakes up. They're totally gonna leave. Come on, Saz. Yeah, trade. Come on. Come on. Show some urgency, please. There you are. Perfect. Okay. Wood. Definitely want the wood. Definitely want the seeds. Probably don't need the cloth. We could grab the leaves and fruit. Sure. Get it with one bin, essentially. Toss in a couple extra goodies. And trade. And you're good. Perfect. Thank you. And they're gone. Wow, it was that close. It was literally that close. Okay. So this is all drained. Oh, I didn't open it. I didn't open the access. Farm access pull. Okay, good. That'll make a lot of things happen here. Okay. We're all good here. Look at us! Okay, we have stuff happening. So the next level, right? So I'm making a path around the inside of this tower for invaders to come down and get like sieged and bombarded with stuff. So I'm having them kind of go 3/4 of the way around the whole deal each time. So I think my next up is here. Right? So this is gonna be our... Right? So I'm gonna put a ramp here. And a wall here. Zaz waiting for the exact last second to trade with the outgoing caravan isn't the best negotiating tactic you think it is. You gotta play hard to get. You gotta make him wait. Classic negotiating strategy. Hey look, another strange mood. You going that way? You climbed. You climbed over. That was weird. Why'd you do that? You got yourself stuck. Did I do it backwards? Going counterclockwise and then counterclockwise. If they should be able to climb up this ramp and get to here. That shouldn't be an issue. I'd like this to be top priority. Taken by Saz. So someone's trying to do it. I don't know why you tried to climb over. That was the silliest way to do it. There you go. Okay. So they can definitely go that way. That's weird. But now we can start on the next level. Plop all this in there. Actually have enough? Wow. We have quite a bit, don't we? Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Wow, okay, cool. So then wall in the middle. Perfect, wow. That is a lot of obsidian. I guess we're gonna have to work on our other towers as well, but I kind of want to get this main one figured out first. The vulture blood on the floor of the obsidian necromancer tower is kind of perfect. Kind of perfect. Okay, so in theory, we are working on our obsidian weapon racks and armor stands. That is perfect. Aesthetic? Yes, exactly. It is very aesthetic. Okay. I think we've made some good progress here. Of course, now I am out of blocks now. But that puts us on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're working on the 6th floor of our tower. Which is pretty good. I think it is time for food for me though. Very good progress. I think so. I think that's pretty good. We did some stuff today. We got how high can it go? That's a good question actually. There is a limit. I couldn't tell you what it is. Also, I feel like every time I come back to this screen, I feel blurry. I don't know why. Because I have autofocus off. Do I just need to be? Do I need to be further back? It should be fine. Whatever. I'm going to be traveling for a little bit, so it'll be. I won't be streaming again until not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. I think is what that works out to. I'll be posting pictures in Discord when I return. I'm trying to be good about not blasting my travel plans before they happen. Just best practices and everything like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna go do a thing. I'll be back next week. I'll tell you all about it. And when we come back, the tower's gonna keep going up. So we got our magma going. We got our pump stack going. It's all the way up to the surface already. So we have our magma forges to do. All of our forging. We need to do all the forging and all the kilns and all the glass stuff. But now we have access to magma on our production floor, so that is gonna go very easily. We have our squads training. We're starting making them armor. The tower is gonna keep going up. We're gonna get all that sealed in and figured out and get some floor plans in there and figure out like what is gonna be going on each floor. And then we're gonna get our necromancer in there, and she's just gonna kind of be hiding behind the scenes and just like blasting people when they try to get too high up onto the tower. That's kind of what's gonna happen here. So yeah, come by for that. I hope you come by for more. Today's episode is brought to you by Fire! And by viewers like you, clicking on all those buttons down there. Hang out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. Now is probably the time to flee the fire. It's been cooking for a little bit. Maybe exit calmly and not get burned to death. That's a good thing. Unless you know a necromancer, in which case it's probably still painful. Not recommended. Have fun with your stuff. Thank you. I hope you all have a good week. I hope you have a good weekend coming up. And whatever you got going on this summer, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it goes well. I hope you come by for more. I hope you enjoy this time, and I hope you enjoy other times, and I hope everything's great. I hope everything's great. So I will see you all around. I will see you in a little over a week. So I hope you join me, and I hope you stay kind.